364 days and tomorrow is the most important day of your life. It is your 21st birthday. Hitting 21 cycles around the sun is a very special milestone for a lot of young adults in the United States. At this age, you can legally do many things you cannot do prior. You can legally rent a hotel, hit the casino, legally drink, and even buy cigarettes or vapes. While it is true that you can do all these things legally, I want you to understand that the consumption of alcohol and smoking/vaping can pose a larger threat than you might think. Now, I know that many of you might only drink in moderation, but I want you to understand that even in moderation, these substances can be very deteriorating to your health. As the daughter of someone who is dealing with a sort of addiction for these substances, I want you to talk about my experience. I want to help people understand the risks like I wish my dad would understand. Today, I want to teach you all about the problems that the consumption of alcohol and nicotine can potentially cause and persuade you to stop using these products. Alcohol and nicotine substances, despite the dangerous health risks associated with consumption, including addiction, are legal in the United States, creating health risks to users' physical and mental health. Though alcohol is legal for anyone after the age of 21, it is important to understand that unnecessary health risks that these substances might bring to your life. Social drinking can turn into an addiction game that might not stop. Stacy Moselle, a licensed social worker, psychotherapist, and substance abuse specialist, stated that alcohol is one of the most commonly substances in the United States, with 85.6% of adults aged 18 and older reporting to have drank alcohol at least once in their life. In the article, Alcohol Use and Alcoholism Statistics in the United States, Moselle also states that, according to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 25.8% of people aged 18 and older reporting to binge drinking in the past month, 29.7% of those being men, and 22.2% being women. For those who do not know what binge drinking is, the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism defines binge drinking as the drinking pattern that brings the blood alcohol concentration to a percentage equivalent to 0.8 or higher. Now, binge drinking poses a grand risk in young adult population. As stated by the NIAAA, according to the 2019 National Survey on Drug Use and Health, 27.7% of people between the ages 18 to 22 who are not enrolled in college full-time binge drink, while 33% of those who are in college full-time reported to binge drinking. As someone who is a full-time college student and a university resident, I have been a witness of how students tend to drink in very stressful situations like the midterms and even during finals. Also, students who are involved in Greek life tend to live their lives recklessly without understanding the risk factors of consuming alcohol. You may be thinking, well, I do not drink excessively every day, maybe only on the weekends, or I only drink once, I might not be addicted, therefore it will not affect my body. And that is further from the truth. As stated by the NIAAA, drinking too much on a single occasion or over time can take serious toll on your health. Alcohol can negatively affect your brain, heart, liver, and pancreas. Drinking too much on one occasion can essentially change the way that your brain works and looks. If you have drank and felt easily irritable, or maybe drinking makes you more extroverted, just know that it's not yourself, but your brain being affected by all the alcohol. This is a way of alcohol interfering with the way your brain communicates. Your heart is one of the most important organs in your body, and it can be deteriorated by the consumption of alcohol and can lead to cardiomyopathy, arrhythmias, strokes, and high blood pressure. For those who do not know, cardiomyopathy is the stretching and dropping of the heart muscle, and arrhythmias are irregular heartbeats. In the liver, alcohol can cause problems like steatosis, alcoholic hepatitis, fibrosis, cirrhosis, and in areas like the pancreas, it can force the pancreas to produce toxic substances that could potentially lead to pancreatitis. I know you heard the word pancreatitis at least once in your life, but do you know what it is? Pancreatitis is a dangerous inflammation and swelling of the blood vessels in the pancreas, as stated in alcohol's effects on the body. Just like alcohol, nicotine is a big threat to adults' mental and physical health. In the article, Nicotine is Why Tobacco Products Are Addictive, the FDA states that nicotine is a highly addictive chemical compound present in the tobacco plant. Cigarettes, non-combusted cigarettes, cigars, smokeless tobacco, hookah tobacco, and most e-cigarettes contain the tobacco substance, which explains why oftentimes an addiction is so apparent. Tobacco is a deadly substance because it has thousands of chemicals that are known to cause a variety of cancers and lung damage. If it is known that tobacco products are bad for our health, why do people, especially young adults, can't quit smoking or vaping? Well, there's a reason why young adults can't stop vaping, and that is because according to the FDA, teen brains are still developing and they have a higher risk of becoming addicted. Substance misuse is a common threat to the health of many Americans, but this issue starts out slow until it becomes an addiction, and until it eventually becomes an irreversible damage. As mentioned in the article Substance Abuse and Misuse by author Emily M. Parsons, there are 3 different stages of substance misuse before it becomes addicting. It starts out at the experimentation stage. In the experimentation stage, people just are willing to try these substances out. For example, you decide to go to a frat party your first time and you decide to try out marijuana. After the experimentation stage comes the regular use. During this stage, people consume these substances with friends or even on their own. Oftentimes, these people are used to having certain amount of substances in their system, and taking this away can pose issues to the body. The final stage is dependency. At this stage, the person is already addicted and needs to consume these substances every day. Substances have many negative effects to the body, which deteriorate our mental health and physical health. Such effects include overflooding of dopamine in the brain. Dopamine is a hormone that is released in response to pleasure. During substance consumption, dopamine creates a feeling of excitement and happiness. Our body naturally adapts to to certain environments, and the same goes with substances. Our body adapts to this high level and needs this amount of substance to feel sustainable. Among the legal and illegal substances, alcohol is the most commonly misused legal substance along with nicotine. Given that these are legal, they are easy to attain, and this easy access then creates the problem that we are now facing. In summary, alcohol and nicotine consumption are major causes of preventable diseases in the United States. These substances are widely used by young people who eventually become dependent on these substances and deal with a variety of preventable health issues. Alcohol and nicotine pose a tremendous risk to the consumption. The consumption of these substances can cause many cancers as well as organ damage, which can be lethal. Whenever you drink or smoke, I hope that I have persuaded you to rethink your choices, and I want you to remember how close you are to deteriorating your health. If you are struggling with alcohol and substance abuse, you can get resources from the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Maryland Department of Health.